Now the starting group for San Antonio. Castle at the 2 with Vassell at the 3. Then there's Wembanyama. Then there's De'Aaron Fox. And it's Champagnie at the power forward. And for Golden State, they've got Stephen Curry. Draymond Green is out there with Kristaps Porzingis. Then there's DeAnthony Melton. And it's Santos in at the 3. With the postseason in our sights now, what's more important to have, home court advantage or momentum, Grant?
I'd argue both, BA. I mean, if I had to choose one, I'd say momentum, just because you want to be peaking at the right time heading into the playoffs.
Now here's Castle. Vassell outside. No good on the 3. Here's Santos. Pass to Melton. And here's Curry. The 3 is up. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Here's Fox. Vassell outside. Fox finds Castle. And the three-pointer goes.
Well, when the 3 ball is falling for Castle, he is extremely difficult to defend.
Melton outside. Pass to Santos. Now Melton. Now here's Porzingis. Here's Santos. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Hits the trifecta.
Yeah, you've got to worry about Wembanyama everywhere. He puts a defense to the test.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I had a chance to catch up with Steve Kerr. Well, no surprise, we started chatting about Victor Wembanyama, and I asked what the plan was there, and Coach said with a shrug, stay on him and hope for the best. What can you do? So still no magic answers for how to slow down a unique threat like Wemby on the floor. Guys?
Okay, thank you, Allie. Now here's Fox. In the game against Portland, very impressive. Castle against Melton. Wembanyama, screen on Melton. Castle. And San Antonio getting another bucket right there.
Operating the pick and roll like a seasoned vet already. Castle just taking what he sees open up.
Pass to Melton. Curry, a screen on Castle. Back to Curry. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. No doubt, Stephen Curry is the best shooter of all time. Talk about what makes him special, Grant.
Well, BA, he can hit shots under the most difficult circumstances, off balance, with only a sliver of daylight. And this is why teams often choose to double him the moment he crosses half court.
And that one falls for Curry. Tim, does it seem to you that Stephen Curry gets better when the buzzer is approaching?
Well, if that's true of anyone, it's Steph, B.A., a former clutch player of the year. He's very comfortable with the outcome in his hands.
And so he makes both from the line. Tim, it was pretty unique to hear the Warriors vets say they don't want a team to mortgage the future trying to chase one more ring.
Really shows you the selflessness of this group. Here you've got Steph Curry, a top 10 player in league history, who maybe would want one because there's no time like the present.
Thinking more like a GM than he is a star player.
Smart. Keep that cupboard stocked.
And the Warriors with possession here, following that last three-pointer by San Antonio. Here's Santos. Checking his numbers, he's put up a little over 9 points a game. Vassell against Melton. Vassell outside. Pass to Wembanyama. San Antonio moving the ball around. Champagnie shot is off. Warriors trail by 6. Now here's Curry. 17 points in his last outing. Here's Porzingis. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry.
And after adding 16 pounds of muscle during the 2019 offseason, Porzingis handles contact so much better. Great finish inside.
Now here's Castle. Great start so far, 3 of 3 in this one.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Now Curry. He's got 5. Porzingis with a screen on Fox. Curry, no good.
Well, he better focus now. His efficiency is dropping, but there's enough game left to make corrections.
They're protecting the rim. Porzingis, one of the best in the league at that.
Green with a screen on Fox. Pass to Melton. Puts up a 3. Victor Wembanyama grabs a board. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds now. And here's Fox. Here's Champagnie. Green covering. On the wing, Vassell. Here's Fox. From outside the arc. Rebounded by Green. Curry surveys. Outside Porzingis. Back to Melton. The 3 is up. Nails it from beyond the arc.
The unique perspective of a big. Porzingis has great awareness and the ability to easily find the open man.
Fox with the ball. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game. The shot's good.
Wow, he doesn't make those kind of plays too often. Sweet move inside.
Outside Curry. Pass to Porzingis. Melton outside. Now Green. 5 on the clock. And here's Curry for 3. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills. Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Pass to Green. Porzingis sets a screen. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. San Antonio leading by 5. Here's Champagnie. Fox surveying the D. Wembanyama, high post. Here's Champagnie. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot 1 more at the line. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat.
And San Antonio making a change here. Barnes is checked in. And here's Curry. 5 points in the game. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. And during the last month's worth of play, here are the top rebounding squads in the league. The Spurs, number 1.
And last month, this team was active on the glass. Really put forth an effort to box out and track down misses.
On the wing, Green. Six on the shot clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Curry, no good.
No matter what he's tried, it hasn't worked. Unfortunately, the team is suffering from that.
Here's Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
They've played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
Yeah, they've just been the better team. They've been more aggressive, which is why they hold a double-digit lead.
Now here's Melton, coming off a solid outing against Sacramento. Pass to Porzingis. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
With his length and energy, Wembanyama has the ability to be a game-changing defender.
Over to the left wing. Outside Barnes. Outside Wembanyama. And it's off from three-point range. Warriors trail by 10. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Melton passes to Green. Here's Santos. Still without a bucket. Here's Curry. Melton outside. Can they get it? That shot, no good. San Antonio leading by 10. Champagnie to pass to Wembanyama. To the paint. Deflects the pass. Pass to Barnes. San Antonio needs to get off a shot. Box for three. It's rebounded by Golden State. Green's got 4 rebounds now. Now here's Porzingis. Covered by Wembanyama. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. And some changes here for the Warriors. Payton comes in for Santos. And Podziemski subbed in for Melton. And San Antonio with a change here too. Harper, he's checked in for Castle. Outside Curry. Shoots over Harper. Hits the close-range jumper. Curry's got 7.
He's just 2 for 7 from the field, trying to work his way into a rhythm.
Outside Wembanyama. Outside Barnes. Pass to Harper. Just 5 to shoot. Now Wembanyama. Got it. Good job in the low post. He's got 5.
And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
Curry passes to Green. Back to Curry. Lets it go from deep. And that comes off the assist by Green.
Well, they're still losing, but it's not because of him. He's been lights out this quarter.
Pass to Champagnie. And here's Wembanyama, defended by Porzingis. Fader on the way. The shot by Wembanyama, no good.
Well, he got the shot he loves, and the defense should honestly be relieved he didn't punish them for being a little bit soft there in the mid-range.
Now here's Green. Yet to see a basket. On the wing, Payton. This one for 3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
And Tim, last season, Draymond Green adding a Hustle Player of the Year award to his Hall of Fame resume.
Yeah, and B.A., that's an award every young player should aspire to have. But I know for Draymond Green, he was hoping to get his 2nd Defensive Player of the Year award.
Here's Harper. Looking at his production, close to 12 points a game. Fox, he drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Spurs lead by 6. Outside Curry. Pass to Green. Porzingis against Wembanyama. And here's Curry for 3. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Fox. A minute 6 left in the first quarter. From behind the arc. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
To the wing, right side. Fades. And that one's good. Porzingis.
He can beat you inside. He can beat you outside. Porzingis is truly the prototypical stretch big.
Now here's Fox. He has 7. Wembanyama screen. And he lobs it up. And stolen by Porzingis. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Left side, Podziemski. Down low. Stolen by Wembanyama. Now the Spurs moving it up the floor. Barnes in the post, working on Porzingis. Outside for Wembanyama. Three-pointer. The basket's good. Off the assist from Fox. Wembanyama's got 8.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
And that does it for the first quarter. San Antonio on top, up by 7. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. All right, guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Well, you have to credit their effort on the defensive end. It set the tone for this contest.
They've been active, they've been disruptive, but now the question is, can they maintain this level of intensity?
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. Castle and Johnson are on the wings. Luke Cornett out there with Barnes. And it's Harper in at the point guard position. Well, Grant, when you watch an NBA game today, do you wish you played in this era?
Oh, no doubt. It's a lot more open, and there's a greater emphasis on skill and player health. Oh, and by the way, those checks aren't too bad either.
That free throw no good. That one's no good. And he nails the third. San Antonio leading by 6. Outside Johnson. Back to Castle. Cornett with it. He's against post. Offensive board. Out of bounds. It'll be Warriors ball. With only one game left, let's take a peek at how the final seedings could look in the West. You look at San Antonio, with great effort over a long season, they're second in the conference. And checking out the Warriors, not posing much of a threat right now.
Well, right now for the Spurs, they have to be proud of what they accomplished so far. But they also feel they've left some wins on the table and that their best basketball is yet to come.
Here's Spencer. He's guarded by Castle. Just 5 on the clock. Fires from deep. And that one's good. Spencer.
Well, those are the ones you're happy to get every trip down the floor if you can.
Castle outside. Pass to Cornett. Now Johnson. Castle right side. The rebound by Post. Warriors trail by 3. Here's Payton. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good.
You really need to take advantage of those looks because the defense won't give you many of them.
San Antonio again can't hit. Golden State has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Pass to Spencer. There's the 3. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
A defensive breakdown. Can't afford to leave him open from range.
The Spurs have gone 0 for 4 in the second quarter. Outside Barnes. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
And the Spurs making a change here. Vassell's checked in. The Warriors have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. And here's Curry for 3. Another miss. That makes him 3 for 10 so far. Well, the Spurs shooting the ball at 46% from the floor. Pass to Harper. Castle outside. Now Cornet. To win the cold spell. Blocked! To the middle. And he converts the layup. Santos has got his first 2 points of the night.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
Pass to Cornet. And here's Vassell from the arc. The rebound by Post. Golden State has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Here's Santos. He's guarded by Vassell. Now here's Melton. Back to Payton. Clock at 6. Here's Curry. Oh, Curry just weaving his way through traffic. Still knocks it in.
And that is one of Steph Curry's hallmarks. So creative around the rim.
And here's the timeout from Mitch Johnson now. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Coming off a win against the Blazers.
What about their offense? It was a well-oiled machine, getting them high-quality looks time and time again.
You have to take advantage of opportunities. That's exactly what they did, and really, that's all you can ask for.
De'Aaron Fox has checked in for San Antonio. Let's go to the leaderboard and see which teams have been leading in assists this season. The Warriors, 4th.
The assist numbers they're posting as a squad is a real testament to how willing they are to rely on each other. There's a lot of trust amongst these guys.
Oh, stolen by Payton. Pass to Santos. And here's Curry from the arc. Vassell with the rebound.
Well, I love the confidence. Keep shooting it. Eventually, he's got to start making some, right?
Up top, Barnes. Here's Cornet. Fox outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A 3 from Barnes. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 3 assists tonight. And here are the Warriors now. They're on an 11-3 run. Pass to Post. Now here's Curry. Curry splashing one down from 3.
Well, a couple made threes in the first quarter, and he's not slowing down after drilling another one.
Now here's Vassell. A 14-point game for him in the win against Portland.
And don't forget about his work on the boards. He was doing the dirty work as well.
Right side Barnes from downtown. It's rebounded by Golden State. They put up a nice win against Sacramento last time out.
They were allowed to ramp up their offense as the defense they faced was barely present.
Yeah, they didn't play down to the level of their opponent. That's not an easy thing to pull off, but they certainly were focused in this one.
Melton misses. Spurs trail by 4. Pass to Fox. Vassell, a screen on Curry. Fox against Curry. Now here's Fox. Defense right on him. Curry with a steal. Screen by Post. Let's go with a 3. Barnes with the rebound.
Yeah, they're winning despite his offensive performance. He just hasn't been sharp from the field.
Fox with the ball. Payton covering. And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's his first foul. Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Podziemski comes in for Peyton. And San Antonio with a change here too. Wembanyama's checked in. San Antonio with the ball, trailing by 4. On the wing, Fox, defended by Podziemski. Just 4 to shoot. Castle for 3. Rebounded by Green. Green's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, BA. Draymond Green's talked about his mind for the game. He said, I've never been the tallest or the fastest. We all have gifts. My IQ is a gift that was enhanced by great coaches. I was taught the game properly, so I'm very fortunate and extremely thankful for the coaches that I've had in my life. Guys, back to you.
Paying tribute. All right, thank you, Allie. Now here's Barnes. 9 points in his last outing.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Outside Curry. Outside Green. Back to Curry. Green with a screen on Castle. Oh, Curry from way out there.
And Curry is really putting his stamp on this one.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Outside Wembanyama. Fox for 3. Will it go? The big man, Wemby for 2.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
Here's Santos. He's guarded by Barnes. Melton outside. Back to Curry. Fires for 3. And the Warriors with another 3.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
On the wing, Fox. Wembanyama scanning the floor. Pass to Castle. Now Fox for 3. The shot, no good.
Well, if you take low percentage shots, you are going to have difficulty making them.
Curry passes to Green. Melton outside. The 3. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Green's got 3 assists in the game.
Such an underappreciated passer. Draymond has set up more than a few 3 balls in his career.
Now here's Fox. Left side, Wembanyama. It's Barnes on the wing. He shoots. Drops one in from the wing. Barnes has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Porzingis has checked in for Podziemski. And San Antonio also making a switch. Champagnie, he's checked in for Barnes. The Warriors lead by 12. Outside Curry. Three-pointer. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got 11 rebounds in the game. Fox outside. Pass to Wembanyama. Wemby putting on a show.
Man, Wembanyama getting it done. Woo!
And here's Porzingis. Up top, Curry. He's covered by Fox. Outside for Green. The 3. Rebounded by Castle. Spurs trail by 10. We've got 1:55 left in the first half. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. And Porzingis has got the ball here for the Golden State Warriors. They've led by as many as 14. Here's Green. Draymond! Oh, such a force inside.
And you know if there's anyone who's going to stick their nose in the action, in the paint, it's Draymond Green.
Wembanyama against Porzingis. And Wembanyama gets it to go. Wembanyama's got 14.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Melton outside. 1:10 left in the first half. Curry's shot is off. Spurs trail by 10. Here's Fox. Fox takes the hit and scores.
And off the jump, they were effective from deep. I don't know why they haven't continued to fire from out there.
Melton passes to Porzingis. Here's Curry. 44 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Great open look there. Melton's got 6 points in the quarter.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Curry against Fox. Fox aggressive.
They have no answer defensively inside.
The Warriors lead by 9. Melton outside. Curry passes to Porzingis. Back to Curry. Curry creates inside.
Well, you sometimes forget that Curry has one of the elite handles in the game. He can put any defender on skates.
It's Fox with a drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 13.
What a burst out of that first step. Straight to the hole.
Stephen Curry getting it done for the Golden State Warriors. Leading the comeback charge. Now they're up in this one. Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Thank you. Well, Coach Kerr, what did you like about the way your guys have started this game off?
Well, I like the way we defended without fouling so we could get our flow. And guys just came in and made some big ones, and our offense got going.
The defense was disciplined. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Hey folks, welcome to the halftime show. A lead right now in this one for the Golden State Warriors.
They've done a really good job of freeing up the shooters.
Yeah, with how they shot the three, the driving lane should be wide open in the second half.
And now, as the regular season marches on, here's how things look in the West as we near the final stretch.
Well, I think for the Warriors, they'll be heading to the play-in tournament after this one, fighting an uphill battle for the playoffs.
Some high-pressure moments ahead, but makes for exciting television, doesn't it? Glad you could join us. Brian Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
We've got Kristaps Porzingis. Stephen Curry is out there with DeAnthony Melton. Then there's Draymond Green. And it's Santos in at the 3 slot. And that's the group for Steve Kerr as we begin the second half. Curry's shot is off.
Well, you can't make them all, but I doubt the defense wants to give him that kind of look again.
Here's Wembanyama. Sinks that one from the post. Wembanyama's got 16 points.
Yeah, this is what everyone wants to see Wembanyama doing, dominating on the inside.
Here's Santos. Off target from outside. Spurs trail by 7. Pass to Vassell. Beyond the arc. Porzingis grabs the board. Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Back to Melton. Now here's Porzingis. The kick out. Curry. There's the triple. He drops it from range. Curry's got 26.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Now Fox. He's got 13. Pass to Wembanyama. Fades away. And there's another one for the Spurs.
Yeah, flat-out dominant score. Wemby's ability to capitalize from anywhere on the floor is what makes him so dangerous.
And here's Curry. Fires the three. Gets the three ball to go. That's 29 for him.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
Here's Champagnie. Back to Castle. Shot clock at 5. Here's the three. Counted from distance. He's got 10.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
Outside Curry. Pass to Porzingis. Over Wembanyama. And there's another one for the Warriors.
He means business. Unlikely to be a comeback on his watch.
Well, when you have the lead, ball security is everything. Just focus on each trip up the floor.
Vassell's shot is good. There are some big-time players in this league. But who do you think the most clutch players have been over the past decade, Legs?
When you look at these resumes, I think you go with the big three, LeBron James, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant. But, of course, Giannis dropping 50 in a finals performance wasn't bad either.
And I'll throw in the Joker in there as well.
Love it.
Melton misses. Fox with the ball. Now guarded by Curry. Castle outside. Back to Fox. Shoots over Curry. And San Antonio getting another bucket right there.
A versatile offensive weapon. Fox is good at sizing up defenses and taking what they give up.
Melton passes to Porzingis. Melton outside. Here's Curry. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. And that one falls for Curry.
Well, Steph Curry is an all-time great who continues to amaze us, and I am just so glad I've got the best seat in the house.
Now here's Castle. 10 points for him. Wembanyama up top, defended by Porzingis. Wembanyama against Porzingis. Fades back. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
The refined jumper of Wembanyama. You just never see that in a man of his height.
Melton finds Curry. Outside, Green. Pass to Porzingis. Now here's Curry. From deep. The rebound by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got rebound number 13 tonight with that one. Castle outside. Step back and fire. Rebounded by Green. Green's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Pass to Curry. Back to Melton. Now Curry. Takes the three. On target from range. Curry's got 12 points in just the second half.
Well, there is no distance outside of Curry's range. That makes him one of the most difficult covers in the history of this league.
The shot by Wembanyama, no good. The Warriors lead by 8. Outside Porzingis. Here's Santos. He's guarded by Vassell. Outside Curry. The 3-ball. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after it. Pass to Fox. Back to Wembanyama. San Antonio moving the ball around. And once again, off the mark by San Antonio. The Warriors have gotten 5 of 10 shots to go. Here's Santos. He's guarded by Vassell. From deep, Melton. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Spurs trail by 8. Pass to Vassell. And Porzingis with the block.
Great play by Porzingis. Love seeing the zinger engaged on D.
Here's Santos. He's got 5. Now Porzingis. He's guarded by Vassell. Here's Santos. 4-3. Rebounded by Castle. Fox with the ball. 15 points in the game. Castle outside. 3-pointer off the mark.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
Pass to Green. Uses the glass on the layup. Green's gotten his second bucket of the game.
We know Green prefers to work up close. He loves getting those high percentage looks.
Fox against Curry. Left side, Wembanyama. Over Porzingis. Nice shot by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 23 points.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
The Warriors lead by 8. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. All right, Tim, back in 1996, you led the league in three-point percentage. You shot 52% on 3 attempts per game. Talk about the hot hand.
Well, BA, it shows you how much the game has changed. I had a green light, but it was a different shade of green. I still only took 3 per game. Now you have multiple guys every night that will take 3 in the first quarter.
That green light's now neon green for many.
No doubt.
Podziemski's checked in for the Warriors. And San Antonio also making a switch. Barnes is checked in. Here's Melton. He's got 9. Pass to Porzingis. Here's Santos. Melton outside. 5 to shoot. Operating inside. Porzingis.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
And here's Fox. 15 points in the game. Good. And that basket makes him 8 for 14 for the game.
Right there, Fox using his length to do damage inside.
Outside Podziemski. Pass to Porzingis. Over Wembanyama. And there's another one for the Warriors.
Well, Porzingis is such a skilled shooter. He can find a look from just about anywhere.
Castle outside. Here's Champagnie. Fox outside. And the Warriors making a change here. Hayden's checked in. Now here's Wembanyama. Give him 23. Outside Porzingis. Pass to Santos. Takes a 3. San Antonio with a rebound. Looking ahead, they've got the Mavericks coming to town for their next one. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court. Fox outside. Throws it up high. 4 on the clock. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, that'll give them something to think about.
Looking at who's out there now for San Antonio. Johnson comes in for Champagnie, and it's Harper in for De'Aaron Fox. Here's Barnes. He's got 7, just 3 to shoot. Over Payton. Barnes, no good. The Warriors lead by 10. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks a lot. Well, the Spurs are on the rise. Victor Wembanyama said, quote, "I've been on board since day one. We know it's not going to be a straight line. There will be ups and downs. This is not easy, but I'm very confident in the will that my guys have. The long term is never being questioned." PA?
They'll get there. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Inside. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Yeah, he gives up a few inches to most of his matchups, but his ability to rise above always gives him a chance.
Now here's Podziemski. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game. Spencer knocks down the triple. Spencer's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
Outside Wembanyama, jacks up a 3. Ooh, Wembanyama, just too good.
Wembanyama quickly with one of his own, firing right back.
Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
If things are definitely working offensively, a balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
Porzingis in the post, covered by Wembanyama. Porzingis misses. Spurs trail by 10. Johnson inside. Still no points. To the wing on the left. Here's Harper. Off the mark. Had a chance there to trim it to single digits. Well, the Warriors shooting about 53% on the third. A very good number. Now Podziemski. Pass to Spencer. Porzingis with a screen on Johnson. Here's Spencer. Tries to keep it alive. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis.
Yeah, he was surprised by that. I don't think he knew the pass was for him.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Post is checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. And it's Curry in for Spencer. San Antonio also making some changes. Hornets checked in for Victor Wembanyama. And it's Vassell in for Johnson. Castle outside. There's 21 seconds left to play in the third. Oh, he gets it to fall, and that makes it just a single-digit deficit. Castle's got 5 points in the quarter. Here's Curry. On the wing, Payton. Here's Podziemski. Off target with the 3. And so it's the Golden State Warriors finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Hey, 3 points is better than 2. They built this lead by tacking on that extra point at the end of possessions. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, I like the fact he didn't telegraph it. That's poetry in motion right there.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the Spurs. All right, on the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter. At the forward slots, it's Vassell and Barnes. Harper out there with De'Aaron Fox. And it's Cornette in at the center position.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
The shot by Podziemski, no good. Spurs trail by 6. Harper passes to Fox. Feet out. Warriors with the rebound. Post has got 5 rebounds in the game. Barnes with the rebound. Barnes has got 4 rebounds in the game. Fox, the pass to Vassell. Back to Fox. Here's Harper. Cornet sets a screen for 3. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the lay-in. Cornet's got his first points of the game.
At this stage of the game, the offensive rebounding and putback is massive. It feels like a 4-point swing.
Well, hustle points can really energize your team, and they also demoralize your opponent.
Now here's Cornet. Pass to Fox. Count it. Good. Fox has got 21.
Oh, my. You have to respect the aggressiveness he plays with. Ooh.
Outside Pajemski. Now here's Post. He's covered by Fox. Outside Pajemski. The 3 from Curry. Sinks the tray. Curry's got 38 points.
Clutch buckets. He's paving the way as they hit the home stretch.
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Fox right side. And here's Vassell from the arc. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox.
The response. Devin Vassell saying, I can hit a 3 too.
Now here's Pajemski. He's covered by Fox. Count it. And the Warriors lead by 4.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
Vassell passes to Cornet. And here's Fox. Back to Cornet. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to be on Quentin Post. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving, good shot to great. That's winning basketball.
And we should also mention their work on the perimeter. They have found quality looks from deep, and they have knocked them down.
That free throw, no good. Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Champagnie, he's checked in for San Antonio. And he sinks the second. The Warriors lead by 3. Up top, Curry. Here's Curry with the crossover, and he takes it up and lays it in. Curry's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And once Curry commits to the drive, it's over. He just won't make bad decisions.
Out to the wing, Champagnie, the pass to Harper. San Antonio moving the ball around. For 3, Vassell gets the 3 to fall.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Outside Curry. The 3 is up. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Fox, the pass to Cornet. Shot clock at 6. Out to Fox. Fires the 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
1 this half, 2 for the game. staying active from beyond the arc.
Pass to Curry. Outside for Green. Back to Pajemski. Count it. And the Warriors lead by 4.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
We thought this might be the case coming in. Not a lot of defense out there right now.
Now here's Fox. Let's go with a 3. Warriors with the rebound. Post has got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Pajemski. From the arc. Another 3 for Golden State.
Well, he has been pretty much unstoppable this quarter, and his team is thriving as a result.
Vassell outside. Here's Harper. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by Green. Green's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Pass to Post. Takes it inside. And there's the rejection. Here's Champagnie. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Well, I'm surprised because he's a guy you have to key on for something like that. You can't let him get one that easy.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. So both teams making some changes here and keeping us updated from the sideline. Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr had to say to the team. In the huddle, he reminded them, quote, "This would be a huge statement if we can finish this off, but we have to stay focused until that final buzzer. It would be a big upset if they can hold on, guys."
And Allie, thank you for that. Porzingis with it. Melton outside. Outside Curry from deep. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Pass to Fox. Charity stripe shot. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And now just a 3-point Warrior lead.
Yeah, Fox is going off. I mean, he's gotten the ball on offense, and he's been relentless.
Now here's Melton. Right side Curry. The 3 is up. Rebounded by Johnson. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Out to Fox. Wembanyama, screen on Curry. Fox for 3. Ooh, the triple falls for De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, 3 triples already for him. That's his 2nd of the quarter. This could be a huge night for him.
Outside Curry. Porzingis against Wembanyama. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
Why even try in there against Wembanyama? I mean, it's just too difficult.
Vassell, he's checked in for Johnson. Here's Curry, down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Fox. Curry gets the bucket. Curry's got 48.
Well, guys, I'm happy I'm not guarding Steph right now. On nights like tonight, Curry can do no wrong.
Here's Fox. And San Antonio getting another bucket right there.
With the game on the line, he's been nothing short of clutch. 6 of 8 coming down the stretch.
Melton outside. And here's Curry. Pass to Santos. 3-pointer. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Curry's got his 3rd assist of the night.
And good things tend to happen when you run your offense through Steph.
Now here's Fox. To the inside. Wembanyama's shot is good. That's 28 points for Victor Wembanyama.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, when you're coming down the stretch, you don't want any wasted possession.
And another one.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. Fox outside. Vassell, a screen on Curry. Curry against Fox. Look at Fox taking on all comers.
Man, in a tight ball game, it's nice to have him on your team. He's given them life in the fourth quarter, shooting 7 for 9.
Here's Santos. Outside Green. Now Curry. Oh, another one falls.
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. Now here's Fox. First one at the line is good. Hits both from the stripe.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
Outside Green. On the wing, Curry. He's covered by Fox. Green in the post. Using the glass to lay it in.
And that's just nerves of steel. Wow, Draymond getting it done.
Outside Vassell. Castle on the wing. Melton covers. Outside Vassell. To tie it up. Oh, it doesn't go.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Castle against Melton. Jacks up a three. Curry against Fox. Oh, Curry taking the contact.
Well, you knew it would be Curry in crunch time. Everybody understood Curry was going to get the basketball right there.
Fox. And that basket is good.
Oh, Fox doesn't shy away from important possessions. He wants to be the man for this team.
Now Curry. Here's Porzingis. Oh, look out! Porzingis!
And it's Porzingis at 7'3", a monster to go to late in the game.
And so it's Mitch Johnson here calling timeout. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. Fox with the ball. Curry there for the rebound. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Here's Curry. A chance here to possibly put the game away.
They have to remain focused to get it done.
Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
Yeah, and Wemby makes it look so easy. If he's anywhere near you, don't even try to score.
Here's Fox. Going inside. He hits the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Yeah, just a fruitful trip to the line. He's made this a one-possession game.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
He drops the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. So he drops them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Making it a 2-possession game is critical right here. Nice work coming through and doing exactly that.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over. 15 seconds left in the final quarter. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Score quick, then foul. Then you have to hope for some missed free throws.
Well, at this point, everything has to go your way to extend this game.
Fox. Outside to sell from deep. Cash from downtown.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here. Good on the first. And that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Safe to say, that should do it. This is why making free throws down the stretch is so important.
It's money from deep.
During this final quarter, he's erupted from outside the arc. Just assume every three he takes now is going in.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And he ends up making the second. And that'll put him up 2. And so it's the Warriors who come out on top here. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it.
And so many times we see these close games won by the home team.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce, who is now with our player of the game.
Stephen, plenty of momentum swings in this game. What made the difference in the end?
Because everybody was on. Defensively, it was a tough night on both sides, just trying to contain and fire around and try to contest shots. But at the end of the day, we made a couple more plays, kept our composure on the stretch, and got the win.
It's a beautiful thing when shots are falling. Thanks, Stephen.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that about does it for the final game of the NBA regular season. With Tim Legler, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. As always, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. And let's reveal our player of the game, Stephen Curry.